What's up, guys? So I just want to go over my current leaps position. I want to show you guys what I'm looking for, what I'm in, and just have a few minutes to talk about the stock market. So let's get right into it. So first things first, I'm looking at Netflix here. As you guys can see, I am heavily charted on. I'm heavily charting Netflix. Now Netflix really catches my attention because, as you can see, we are down a significant amount from its all-time highs, about 47-48% from all-time highs. As you guys can see, Netflix's peak was about 134, and now we're sitting at about 72. Now, as you can see in this chart, I have this box area here. The reason why that's important is because that's more of a demand zone. So obviously you can never quite pinpoint where the bottom of something is going to be, but you'll have an idea, right? You'll have an idea. So I personally think this is a great buying opportunity on Netflix. The between the 75 and the 70 level on Netflix, I think is great. And I'm going to give you my reasons why. Number one, this is a previous retest of all-time highs, of previous all-time highs. So as you can see here, previous all-time highs on Netflix was back on the 8th of November 2021, and we are approaching that same level once again. That's number one. Number two, this whole area is an area of interest. Every time we've been in this area, as you can see, we have bounced. We bounced before October of 2024, and we bounced back in February of this year. So this area between 75 and 70 is just a massive buying opportunity. Third reason is because we are approaching on the weekly time frame the 200 SMA. Okay, so historically this has been something that companies overall hold, and we are approaching this level. This will be the first time that we tap this level in a very, very long time. So I definitely think Netflix is a great buying opportunity. I would definitely buy shares. I would buy leaps. If you are going to buy leaps, I would buy expiration dates of 2028. You want to give yourself the opportunity and the opportunity for Netflix to make its move, right, and hold it long term. You want to make sure that Netflix has room to breathe. So I think personally that this is a great buying opportunity, the 70 level on Netflix. Matter of fact, I might even take a swing on this company this week, right? But for right now, we're just talking about just buying the dip on these companies, right? In terms of the RSI, we're almost oversold on the RSI on the weekly time frame. So I definitely think that this is a great buying opportunity on Netflix. Like I said, right now we're already oversold on the daily. So I definitely think a reversal should be coming. And on the 4 hour, we are absolutely bleeding and begging for a reversal, right? So like I said, great opportunity to buy shares, great opportunity to buy leaps. And also we might even get lucky and get a swing out of this as well. So that's the number one company I'm looking at right now, which is Netflix. Like I said, I'm already in Netflix. I am down a good amount, but I'm still able to reload one more time. And I definitely think Netflix will reverse very soon. I can't tell you exactly when, but I do think soon it should reverse. Now, let's move on to Coin. Coin is another company that I really, really, really like. When it comes to Coin, I really think that Coinbase has opportunity. Couple things. Number one, the broker sector is very competitive. You have Robinhood, you have Webull, you have Coinbase, amongst other brokers, right? So I definitely think that Coinbase has an opportunity to really make a move. As you guys can see, Coinbase all-time high is about 445, currently sitting at about 158, more or less. So I definitely think Coinbase has an opportunity to make a move. We're sitting at about negative 65% from all-time highs right now. I'm personally already filled on Coin. I got a pretty good fill on it. So as you can see here, we have some major demand areas. So as you can see, demand. So we bounce, support, 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 support. This area is an area of interest, right? So I definitely think the 150 to 160 area on Coin is a massive demand zone on Coin. If we were to lose the 150 area, I think that Coin could potentially go all the way down to 115, but I don't know how for sure that is going to be. Like I said, you can see right here that Coin would be down about 74%. Wouldn't be the first time I'm in a leap that's down that much. AMD actually was down a good amount, but definitely I think Coin should start reaching its peak before I start making that reversal soon enough. Another company I really like is this PLTR. PLTR goes without saying, great buy opportunity right now. So PLTR right now is about 116. PLTR right now as we speak is about negative 48% from all-time highs. So again, great buy. Ideally, you want to start buying leaps at negative 50%, but I think PLTR is already at a great buying opportunity. Same concept as that Netflix, same concept as that coin. As you can clearly see right here, previous resistance can now turn into support. So resistance, support, support, support. We kind of dipped a little bit below the support, funny enough, but I think that PLTR should start making a turn very soon. Right now, we're not oversold on the weekly, so I'm not going to check the 4 hour or the 1 hour, but I definitely think PLTR will start reversing soon. Now, if PLTR continues to fall, where could be the actual reversal that it could happen? Well, we have a weekly demand zone right here, and we also have confluence with the 200 EMA. So this 90 level between 100 and 90 is also a very big buying opportunity on PLTR. So like I said, great opportunity to buy right now. And if you need to reload, the reload would be between 100 and the 90 area on PLTR. If it was to get that low, PLTR would be down at about 60%, almost 60% from all-time highs. Listen, I think this is a great company. I think we're going to reverse on it. The financials are great. And I definitely think you should add this to your watch and buy shares and leaps. Likewise, 2028 expiration. Now, I'm already in Hood. I'm already up about 60% on it, but I'm going to cover it anyways. Guys, same concept. Resistance turns into support. As you guys can see here, this 67, 65 area is massive. We had previous resistance on it once before. We made a huge move and rally to the upside and then started to decline. Right now, Hood is down about it was down about 58, 60% from its all-time highs, and that's where we bought the dip. We got in at about the 65 area, so we got in pretty much perfectly back in March. And honestly, Robinhood's already printing. Like I said, we're up about 60%, 2028 expiration. I definitely think you still have a chance to buy shares. I think leaps, I wouldn't touch buying leaps right now in Hood unless we were to dip back into the 80s or the 70s in that area. If we can dip back in there, go ahead and make that buy. But for right now, I think leaps, I wouldn't touch it right now because like I said, leaps needs to be very precise and we already started making the move. So right now, Hood is down about 34%. So like I said, the move already started to happen. I definitely think that it's time to buy shares on Hood, but the time for leaps, I think already happened unless we get another pullback on it. Another company I'm looking at is SoFi. Again, I'm already in SoFi. Same concept though, previous resistance turns into support. Now we dipped below this actual support level here, but that's why it's more of a zone, guys. You can't really pinpoint to the decimal where that bounce is gonna be. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. But what do all these companies have in common? You have a level, a zone, and the EMAs line up. In this case, the 200 EMA is holding as support for SoFi as well. So I think this is a great buying opportunity on SoFi as well. It's very affordable. It's only $17 a share right now. If you want to buy shares, go ahead, take advantage of it. We are down about 55% from all-time highs on SoFi. Very affordable. Even leaps would be a great buy right now if you'd like. And they are very, very, very affordable, right? Currently, we're not oversold in the RSI on the weekly time frame, but we were almost oversold on the RSI at one point. But I definitely think that this is a great buying opportunity. Now, the last thing I'm going to cover is going to be SPY, right? I think SPY right now, we cannot buy anything on SPY. However, I do think we're overextended and we are due for a pullback. As you can see, SPY has just been on a ripper for the past year and a half. For the most part, right? For the most part, it's been a ripper. Since April of last year, SPY has not seen negative by a lot. It's just been up, 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 up. So guys, if this is not proof, don't fight the market, don't fight the trend, don't fight it. So why do I mention it though? I think SPY can give us an opportunity to buy soon enough. Right now, we're only down about 4% from all-time highs. However, at 10%, you start having a correction, right? Still not a buying opportunity on SPY though. 10% is a correction, I still wouldn't buy. For me to go ahead and buy long-term on SPY, I'm looking closer to that 20% mark. So at around 20% on SPY, we're looking at about the 600 level. So once SPY hits about the 600 level, I will start buying leaps on SPY with a farther out expiration date. Who knows? Maybe by that time it'll be late 2028, early 2029, middle 2028. The point is, I want to give myself enough time to catch the whole move. And if it does continue to fall, not get that contract decay that you get with options. Now, the perfect buy area would be at this 565 level on SPY. Now, could it get there? 100%. It could definitely get there. It can even fall a little bit more than that. So my plan is to do 3 entries potentially. I'm thinking of doing my first entry. I'm going to try my very best to get 565 as my first entry. I should be buying at 600, but I'm going to try my best to get in exactly at 565. If I can get there, I am so happy because you have key level confluence, you have the 200 EMA, and you also have negative 25% from its all-time highs. So again, 3 reasons to enter. If SPY was to dip a little bit below that, I would definitely reload at around this area right here, this 530, 520 area. I definitely think also would be a beautiful opportunity to enter. So we were overbought on SPY on the weekly time frame. We're not anymore. However, we are at like I said, we're very extended. So I definitely think SPY could have some form of a reversal. And guys, as you can see here, history does not fail. I'm going to show you guys something real quick. For the most part, as time has gone on, SPY has respected the 200 EMA and the 200 SMA. The only time we ever dipped below was, funny enough, COVID in recent years, right? In recent years, we've dipped below it before. Look, you can see it here, February 2009. So we have dipped below it, but in recent years, the last time was COVID, right? But for the most part, we have respected the 200 EMA and the SMA on a weekly time frame. So again, if we can get down to that 565, great buying opportunity for long-term on SPY. Now, again, let's see what history has shown us real quick, guys. Let's see what history has shown us of why I say 20%. 20 to 30% for the most part is that great buying opportunity. Let's go all the way back till about 2008, right? Let's just go back in time for all the biggest, 2008, 2009. Let's go back to all the biggest, like, I'm not going to say financial crisis, but when we've had the biggest dips in the market, right? So as you can see here, this was absolutely abnormal. Actually, you know what? Let's not even do 2008. I'm not even going to go there because that's completely abnormal. I hope that never happens again. But let's go more recent times. Let's do it here, right here. Here we go. So from the recent swing high, till about the lowest point that it went to in COVID, we fell about 35%. So when you're doing these dip buys on SPY, you have to give yourself between 20 and 35%. So that's why you average in. You can maybe buy your first entry between 20 and 25%, your second at 30, and your final at 35%. But for the most part, SPY really doesn't go negative 35% all the time. So next time around, next dip that we had, highest point was right there. We fell about 27%. This was back in March of 2022. If we continue to go, next time we fell that aggressive was about February of last year. A little bit higher to really match it up correctly. Let's call it 22%, right? 22% was the last time we had a major dip in the S&P, or SPY better said. So guys, as you can see here, I definitely think 20% is when we should start buying. So give or take that 610, 605 level. But I really am going to try my best to get in at 565 as my first entry. So guys, leaps takes patience. Leaps takes time. This is not something that happens overnight. I prefer leap trading over day trading. It's not a secret. I still day trade though, but I think long term is a lot more safe. It's a lot less stressful, and it's more secure, if that makes sense. I'll continue to post videos like this, but this is just an update on just some of the companies that I like, some of the companies that I definitely think you should be putting your money into, and just an overall sentiment on the future, for example, of SPY. So stay tuned for the next video and see you guys then.